Hi there and welcome to Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for joining us on the channel today and checking out this episode. So what have we got on the table today? Well, we've got the Masami Hiroshika RC10, the 1989 IFMA World Championship winning tribute car from Team Associated. And we've also got the Fan RC FR-02 chassis kit as well, which is quite similar to the 89 World's car. So I thought, you know, with these being similar, we'd take a look at both of them on the episode today. So that's what we're going to do. Also, as well, this is the Brian Kinmold car that I recently run outside. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll leave a link to that one in the description. But I thought, you know, we'll have that on the table. It's really nice, especially to have it alongside the Masami edition. So it'd be nice again once this is built up to have them side by side. I think that'll look pretty cool. But yeah, so I just put that on the table. That's the Kinmold edition. Before I go any further as well with this, bit of not a change in direction. I'm hoping to use this at some point while on the channel, but I was very kindly sent this by Ruko. This is a U11 Mini 4K drone, and it's a first pocket aerial drone. Comes with a gimbal and camera on it, and I'm going to be using this hopefully to get some footage of stuff as well, but there'll be a review of this coming on the channel very soon. So a departure for me, but I'm quite looking forward to giving one of these a go. So that's the Ruko U11 Mini 4K. Right, anyway, we're looking at RC10s today, and we're going to have a closer look at the Associated and the Fan RC. So for now, we'll just move the Kinmold car out of the way. I really love how that drives though. If you've seen my my video on it already, then yeah, I was really chuffed with how it went. Okay. So we've got two to look at. I think we'll start with the Team Associated one. Now, I was racing on Sunday at South Lakes Model Car Club, and I bumped into, well, I didn't bump into, that was, I knew we were going, but Richard Lowe from RLRC, who's also got the Masami car. Now, he's got his already built up and running, aside from the body shell when I saw it, and I did see it going around, having a bit of a drive about, and yeah, it looked really cool. It's definitely probably got the wrong sort of suspension setup for just riding on, driving on short grass, which is what we were racing on. But you know, with the right surface or set up right, it looks to be a very cool buggy indeed. Anyway, let's go and have a nosy at what you get in the box. So before I take anything out, there we go. That's the contents as you get it. Now, as with all their Associated boxes, they're all themed to whatever edition that they've been bringing out. So all the box art's tailored to the Worlds in, I think it was Sydney, wasn't it? Yeah, Sydney, Australia. And all the boxes around Masami and the Australian Worlds theme. So that's cool. Now then, what else can we do here? We'll get all this out now for you to have a quick nosy at. In non-particular order. So this is bag H. And I do like the wheels and tyres they've done for this. You've got the Yokomo ones at the back, same as what you get on the YZ870C. And then you've just got some bearing front white ones for the front wheels. And then you've got these knobbly front spike tyres. And more of a step pin, sort of a spike tyre on the back. Not a step pin, just like a short spike, I should say. So yeah, they're in there. And also, and inserts on the rear tyres, and you've got the Yokomo hubs as well to go with the pair up with the wheels. Okay, next up, what have we got in here? Look in there, so bag G. Now that has got in your battery retainer, your ESC mount, and the top deck, the carbon fibre top deck, and the battery retainers as well in there. And I think some of the wing mounts by the looks of it. So that's in there. Doesn't look like the wing mounts to me. Yeah. So yeah, that's what you get in bag H. I say, of course, at the end of the video, I'll bring the camera over and we'll have a scan across the table. The idea is I'll have one car here and one car on this side. Bag B, this has got the front wishbones in, so these are the extra long wishbones that they made for the, especially for the car for Australia. Now, these are longer also than the team wishbones, which were longer than what you got on the original kit. So it's got them in there. It's also got longer rear wishbones as well. And you've got in there, you've got your bulkhead in there. Now, universal drive shafts are in there as well. Shims, E-clips, shock tower at the back, all in that bag. Transmission brace, all in there. Now, when I was speaking to Richard on the yesterday, he received that because he built his up. He said that obviously you got the wing mount system that Masami used on his, but you also get the wing tubes, mounting tubes that go into the bulkhead. So if you wanted to run a wing and a ring wire, but Associated don't provide you with a wing wire in this kit. So if you wanted to run that style of wing, you're going to have to purchase a wing wire. So I thought I'd pass that on. So cheers for that little insight there, Richard, and much appreciated. Okay, again, this one is predominantly all the shock bits. It's this bag F. So you've got all the shock bodies, the shock caps, and the springs, everything to go in there, limiters, pistons, all in that bag there. And you've also got in, which one is this, bag C. Now this has got your gearbox internals, and again, actually what they've done, and I like they did it with the Kimball as well, the gear cover is that thicker plastic rather than the Lexan, or it's a thick Lexan, rather than the flimsier ones you get on some of the other kits, nice and solid, so hopefully it shouldn't break. So I like they've put that on the Kimball and on the Masami edition cars. So yeah, transmission in here, so lay shaft bearings, idler gear, grease, diff out drives, transmission case. You've got the spur gear in there as well, and of course the motor mount. So that's all in there. What I keep having to remind myself, even they came out the opposite way around. This one is the 89 worlds, and the Kimball is the 93. But they came out the other way around. But there you go. Okay, what we got in here? Steering. So yeah, got the steering set up in there. Tool bag, and you've got the RCP. Is it RCP? Can't remember now. Yeah, RCPS turnbuckles again on this kit, which is cool, or factory team as they became. But you do still get these really annoying white ball links, so I will change them on mine again for something like the RPM ones. So you get them in there as well, and then that gives us the body shell, which is quite a nice looking thing. So I look forward to painting that. Now, colour wise, I didn't do the Kimbold one in box art, and I did plan at some point in the future, so that could be any time, of getting another body and doing it in Kimbold colours, and then that'd be nice on the shelf. With the Masami one, I am going to do it much more box art. The only difference is, instead of using the like metallic green colour on this, I'm going to use the cobalt green that I use on all my cars, or a lot of my cars. So I'm going to use the cobalt green and then do the rest of it in the Masami livery. So just something slightly different, but still keeping a very similar look. Rear wing as well. And then you get this rather nice alloy chassis plate. There's a little decal, holographic decal there. It says RC10 1989 FMR edition Masami Hirosoka on there, and it says team associated. Now, to my knowledge, the original car was carbon fibre double deck. This is an alloy plate, and then you've got the double. Then the top deck is carbon. Now, Associated are bringing out a carbon fibre chassis plate, and the rear wishbone hangers and front sort of bulkhead, and they're going to bring some machined ones out, that like the factory team parts. Now, I must admit, I still would have liked to have seen the carbon double deck chassis on this from the get go, but that's just my personal opinion. However, that is still nice. It's still a nice piece, so obviously I'm going to use this. I don't think I'll bother getting the carbon chassis for it. I don't feel the need to. Personally, I don't think I'll race it properly like I do some of my others. So it will get used and driven, but I won't probably race it. Anyway, so that's the chassis plate. And then in here, you get your instruction manual to build it, which is handy. So, manual there. I'm sure it'll be very similar to like building the other ones up. Hopefully it's like as fun and as straightforward as the Kimbold one was. And then you've got your replica decals here. I'll tell you what I do like. So that'll be definitely keeping on the car. But on the Masami livery decals, you've got it there, Robinson Racing. Well, that just happens to be my second name, doesn't it? So yeah, definitely having that on there. But yeah, pretty much all those will be on the car, and you've even got the sticker that goes on the underneath of the chassis. Nice attention to detail, and then you've got some extra stickers there. Then we've got stuff on like Stealth Prototype, RC10 since 1984, window nettings, and stuff like that. So that's cool. So you've got the decals there, and then in the bag there is the window masks. You also get the masks if you wanted to paint the livery up instead of using the decals. You get the actual masks there to do the livery as well, paint the livery. So that's a nice option. A few Yokomo stickers there as well, an MIP. So that's cool. I love all that sort of stuff. And you get a little card there as well, like you do in the other kits. So that's all good. Liking that very much. Now, what I'm going to do is, as I said, we're going to check out the Fan RC FR-02, which is similar to this. But what we'll do is, I'm going to lay this out here, and then I can show you all this afterwards a bit closer up. So you just have to bear with me a second. Apologies for that, while I try and make room. Need a bigger workspace as usual. I think we've just about done that. There we go, not too bad. So that's on there, and we'll do the Fan RC one now. Now, I have had a Fan RC on the channel before, we had the world's graphite blue edition, and I actually sold that on. I built it up and it's never come back on the channel. I did actually sell it on because well, I needed to move some things on, and I knew the Kimbold was coming out and I wanted that one, and anyway I just moved it on. So I did buy so I bought the RC FR-02 chassis, and my plan was to unbox it with the Masami edition, which is what I'm going to do. But I do think as well, thinking with sort of my head now and not my heart, I should probably will move the Fan RC one on. I don't think I can justify having both of them. So I'll keep the Masami edition because again it'd be nice with the 40th edition I've got and the Kimbold one. So I think it'd be nice to keep that one. But the Fan RC one, it's still very nice kit. The last one I did was a lovely build, but this will go to someone who can get some use out of it and use it. So that's my plan anyway. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to actually keep one of these Fan RC ones. I know it's a bit of a, you think, well, it's madness that, just buying it and then getting rid of it like that. But I've got to think about what's coming on the channel and other stuff to pay for as well. So I've decided that after today's video, the Fan RC will move on. Anyway, let's unbox it. So in this one, you get a set of all white wheels, or cream. They're like slightly cream colour. The pin type's on the rear, and again you get the just the bearing fit wheels. So not quite the same as the pink wheels, rear wheels, Yokomo style wheels you get on the Masami edition. And what else do we get? Bag D, again rear bulkhead and wing tubes there in your bag D. Now I've already seen the wing wire, and that's with the slipper clutch cover as well on there, the spur and slipper cover. That's in bag J. There's some bearings in there as well. So, but you won't get the Masami styled wing mount that you do in the associated kit. Again, you've got the bag G, that's your suspension. So you've got all the shock collars, pistons, everything in there, just like the associated one. But obviously you've got the some turnbuckle. No, it's not. It's just the rods, piston rods. I thought there was turnbuckles in there as well. Then, as I said, anyway, you get the shocks in there and all the suspension kits. So that was bag G, I think. Looking at that, tools. Yeah, always like them. And what is cool is that in the blue edition that I had of the graphite car, you got the tools in blue. So this one, it matches again with the cream. Bag C, this feels like gearbox stuff. It is. Bag C is all the transmission stuff. So transmission, what do you call it? Transmission halves. Black alloy, black alloy motor mount in there. Bearings, full diff, out drives, everything in there. Notice as well that theirs is all black rather than the obviously the gold alloy one on the Masami car. Now bag E, that's got all your wishbones in. Now the rear wishbones on this don't look as long as the rear wishbones on the yeah, they're not. They're on the Masami car, so which you can sort of see that they're not. So it's only got the sort of they're like the RPM style ones, but yeah, RPM styled sort of for between Andes and RPM style wishbones, but the normal length at the back. got the blue washers on though that go on the air. You've got universal drive shafts as well, and hinge pins, and that's all in bag E, your rear hub carriers. Now, what I do like is that they also include, again, they're a longer arm, but they're not as long as the arms on the Masami car. These have got the front arms in, and and rear arms in black. Should you want to put black arms on your car, I like that. It's a nice touch. You get both sets. Again, it's a shorter arm than the Masami car, front and rear. Bag A, bulkhead, steering bell cranks in there. That's well, they look like the standoffs in bag K for the top deck to fix to the lower deck on your chassis. Battery retainer, servo mounts and servo savers, or servo horns I should say. And then we've got another set of, oh no, they're the front arms I should say. They're the front white arms, cream arms, C blocks and steering knuckles. And again, all the hinge pins in there. Bag B. And then that pretty much leaves the body shell. Bag F, turnbuckles and rod ends. They do look better than the associated ones, I must admit, but I'd still probably be tempted to put RPM ones on myself. And then that just leaves us with this, really. This is, now, on this one, on the Fan RC one, it's carbon. You get a carbon chassis plate with this one, and the top deck as well. Your front shock towers are in there as well. I think the rear shock towers in, and everything you need there. Top deck, it's all in there to make it a double deck chassis. Again, similar to the Masami kit, but not the same. And then I'll just get rid of this box because I've really run out of room. Window masks and a few stickers, and then your wing. So let's just move this out of the way. Excuse me, I just do not have the room, do I? So yeah, it's quite a similar style body. Yeah, in fact, it's meant to be the same body. It's not quite the same, but it is meant to be the same body shell. Anyway, we will put that there, and then you've got the rear wing as well. I'm going to flip this over to look better. There's the chassis plate there. In fact, actually, what I'll do is, you can see, that's the alloy one, that's the graphite one, and you can see the two there. So similar shape, very similar shape, slightly different at the front. This is thinner profile at the you know, not as wide at the front as this one, but similar. You can see what Fan RC were trying to do. But there you go. So there, that is everything out of the boxes for the Fan RC FR-02 chassis kit, and of course the Masami, Team Associated Masami Hirosoka 89 Worlds kit. So let's get the camera over and we'll have a bit of a closer up look for you. Okay. Now, while I'm getting the camera, massive thanks to Inside Line Models for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated, as always. So yeah, the Team Associated kit came from Inside Line Models, so massive thanks to Paul and her team for sponsoring the video for us. And I can't wait to get this the car built up. So if you want 5% discount off your next purchase from www.insidelinemodels.com, then go to their web store and you can get 5% off the online store using discount code AndyRC25. So yeah, cheers again. Thanks for all the support. Right, so let's have a look then. So a bit closer up now, and so you can see the wheels and the tyres. So everything here is from the Stealth, the 89 Stealth car. You've got that alloy chassis plate, which I just showed you again. Body shell. That's all your transmission and gearbox housing and motor mount in there. And you can see the top deck, battery holders in there, and the hardware for it. And then this is the front tower as well. And I think actually on the Fan RC tower, they're not as long as this. I know the wishbones aren't, but I don't think the front tower is as long either. Though I could be wrong, because the shocks do look fairly long on it. Anyway. So again, rear tower there. And then you've got the rear wishbones and wishbone mounts there. Steering bell cranks. And then you've got the turnbuckles and rod ends there. That's the shock bag, all the shock parts in there as well. So that's essentially it, and then you can just see the tools there as well. So that's essentially it for the associated car. And then we're going to move on, and this is the Fan RC one. So your wheels and tools at the back, and then you've got the rear bulkhead there. You've got the black arms, which says you get with the kit, which I thought was a nice touch. Servo mount, battery tray and aerial holder if you're running a big long whippy aerial. Wing wire and the spur gear cover, slipper cover. That's the all the shocks in there. That's the shock bag G. And then again, here is the back seat, is the transmission case and everything. Bit of a smaller bag, but you can see it all in there. And then this one, you've got the rear CVDs in there, the rear drive shafts, rear arms and hubs. And you've got the standoffs in bag K, bulkhead in bag A, and the bumper. And then on bag B, you can see you've got the front arms, steering knuckles and C-hubs. And then you've got that lovely chassis plates that they've done with all the towers and the top deck in there. And then you've got, again, the body shell, which is extremely similar to the 89 Stealth associated one as well. So there you go, that is sort of everything. So there looks a lot there on the table if you've got two kits to build, I suppose. So yeah, so there we go, that's them all unboxed. I hope you enjoyed checking this one out. I've got quite a bit of building to do now, so hopefully pretty soon you should see the 89 Stealth back on the channel, all built up, and we'll be giving that a blast out like we did with the Kinmold edition. And I said I will be moving the Fan RC one on at some point. Right, I'm going to leave this one for now. Thank you very much for checking this video out. Much appreciated as always. Look after yourselves, take care, and we'll see you all soon on the next one. Bye.